This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. Dane County is delaying the start of teacher vaccinations from Monday all the way to March 19th.
This announcement comes as the state announces new eligible groups and their plan for vaccinating teachers. Our Naomi Coles joins us with more. Naomi?
Dane County had originally planned to start vaccinating their educators next week. That was ahead of some teachers in the Madison school district getting ready to return to school March 9th. Now, Dane County says their teachers won't be vaccinated until starting March 19th. The Department of Health Services announced today that all educators and childcare can get vaccines if available come Monday, but it's going to take some time to get them to everyone. Local health departments had until today to submit plans for vaccinating their school districts, and from there, the state will draw up a 6-week plan laying out where each school district falls in place.
We're going to get you a vaccine. We cannot get every one of you a vaccine on March 1st, but you are all going to get a vaccine in the next 4 to 6 weeks, and we want to protect you.
That master plan will not be based on who's in person or virtual. Rather, it will prioritize districts based on demographics of how many students of color as well as students enrolled in the free lunch program. The state estimates that these new eligible groups, which down the priority line also includes some essential workers and prisoners, they estimate it's going to take about 2 months to get them all done. However, with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine estimated to potentially be approved tomorrow, they're hoping that timeline will be accelerated.
Naomi Coles, thank you. In Rock County, the state's first community vaccination site got off to a slower than expected start. Today we learned the winter storms in the south delayed Rock County getting vaccines for their Black Hawk Tech site, and that meant only providing doses to people who needed a second dose on Tuesday and Wednesday. They did receive more vaccine yesterday, and so the county anticipates providing 1,000 doses per week at the Black Hawk Tech site. Officials say the groups that are available for vaccinations starting Monday might have to wait.
So starting out, I don't think people should have a lot of high expectations March 1st that all of those new groups will be able to get appointments and get vaccinated, as there's a lot of people from the previous groups that we need to get through and will have priority.
If you are eligible to receive the vaccine, fill out a new form on the Rock County Public Health website's vaccine page.
52 more people have died from COVID-19 in Wisconsin the last day. That's a big jump over the recent trend. We've been averaging 23 a day over the last week. Meanwhile, more than 37,000 vaccinations were administered in the last day. Health officials said over 411,000 people have now been fully vaccinated as of this afternoon. That's more than 7% of Wisconsin's population. In Dane County, nearly 56,000, 10.2% of residents have received both doses of the vaccine.
Federal health officials say the second doses of the COVID-19 vaccine are going out faster than the first ones. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released new data on vaccine distribution. It showed for the first time the number of second doses administered outpaced first doses over the past week. Of the 10 million doses administered, just over half were second doses. To date, about 14% of the population has received at least one dose of the vaccine. More than 6% of the population has received both and are now fully vaccinated.
Wisconsin lawmakers talk a lot about vaccines, but how many of them have actually gotten one themselves? Our investigative team decided to find out, polling all 130 lawmakers in the Assembly and the Senate over email with a few simple questions. Did you get the vaccine? And if not, do you plan to?
I have not had a vaccine yet. I'm not eligible, but I look forward to getting vaccinated as soon as possible. And we all have a part to play in this, and I look forward to playing mine.
Tonight at 6, just how many of your lawmakers decided to respond? And of those, just how few of them have gotten one yet, even of those in the 65-plus eligible group? Plus, even though they're writing the laws, there are a few who might not take the vaccine at all.
Pfizer is testing if a third dose of its COVID-19 vaccine helps protect against the new coronavirus variants. Study participants will receive a third dose 6 to 12 months after their earlier 2 doses. That third dose is exactly the same as the previous 2. Then scientists will look at if they develop antibodies that protect them against new virus strains. The company says there is no reason yet to think the mutations are resistant to its current formula, and it's just preparing for that possibility. News 3 Now has been answering your questions about COVID-19 and vaccine distribution since the start of the pandemic. If you have a story idea or a question that you want to see covered, you can submit it on our website, channel3000.com, and click the vaccine information button on the right side of your screen.
Another sunny and seasonal winter day. We could see some light snow tomorrow. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio. Gary?
And even that light snow shouldn't amount to very much. It'll mainly occur tomorrow evening. There could be a little freezing drizzle or drizzle mixed in as well, but hopefully roads should stay in pretty good shape because there's salt down on the roads and temperatures will stay near freezing. Visible cloud track shows plenty of sunshine through the state today, plenty of snow on the ground, but even that snowpack is really starting to diminish thanks to the milder temperatures that we've seen recently. Still a lot of snow cover, but notice farther to the south, farther to the west, there are some areas where bare ground is starting to be seen. And a Doppler track, just some light flurries up across northern portions of Michigan. That's pretty much about it in the upper Midwest. Last night, temperature is much closer to average. 17 here in Madison, 18 in Janesville. A few places stayed in the 20s to our south and west. And right now, temperatures are in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees, down just a couple of degrees from the high temperatures of today. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to around 20 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Might see some patchy fog overnight. Tomorrow, I'm looking for partly sunny skies in the morning, maybe more clouds later in the afternoon, but our high temperature should still top out at 40 degrees. After the light snow tomorrow night, we should be in the mid-40s for Saturday. And after a brief drop in temperatures early next week, we'll be back to around 40 by Tuesday. I'll have more details in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Gary. These days, hearing former Badger star Quintez Cephas's name reminds us of a court case as much as his play on the field. Cephas was eventually cleared of any crime, but those memories don't just wash away.
So now Cephas is punching back, suing the university, and according to his attorney, hoping to help others avoid that same fate. Adam Duxter, live on campus, having spoken with that attorney today. Adam?
Following Cephas's acquittal, he was able to rejoin the Wisconsin Badgers football team and eventually make it to the NFL. But despite his ability to clear his name, his lawyer says changes still need to happen here at the university level to prevent a case from his like happening again.
We, the jury, find the defendant.
It's been more than a year and a half since Badger wideout Quintez Cephas was found not guilty of multiple counts of sexual assault. This week, his attorneys are now going after the university and how it handled the entire situation.
By University of Wisconsin not sitting back while the criminal case unfolded, they really damaged him.
New York City attorney Andrew Miltenberg worked with Cephas to file a 66-page lawsuit against the UW Tuesday, saying Chancellor Rebecca Blank, as well as UW's Title IX coordinator and Board of Regents, acted prematurely in expelling him.
The fact that the University of Wisconsin couldn't wait till all the evidence was in is mind-boggling. It's just poor judgment. And it shows that there is some sort of inherent bias in their policy or process.
The university spokesperson declined to interview, but says they've reviewed the lawsuit, which asks for a payout as well as changes to the university's Title IX department. That spokesperson says they're confident the university followed proper procedure. Miltenberg disagrees.
And as soon as he was acquitted, the school turned around and essentially said, oops, we made a mistake, and they reinstated him. But the damage was done at that point.
And while the lawsuit itself could take up to 2.5 years to work through the courts, Cephas' lawyer says it's worth it to make sure no other athlete faces the same fate.
What we're arguing for is not who's right or wrong. It's for the process. So what's important for him is to not see other students or other student athletes, because of their visibility on campus, being treated abusively in these situations.
And we reached out to the UW Athletic Department as well, which deferred comment back to the university tonight. And for a full page, or for the full 66-page lawsuit, plus a full timeline regarding Cephas's dismissal and readmission back to the University of Wisconsin, you can find that on our website, channel3000.com.
Adam Duxter, live on campus. Adam, thank you. State lawmakers are urging the UW system to change its Title IX rules on sexual assault to be be in compliance with federal law. The State Assembly Committee on Colleges and Universities says the UW system needs to make the changes by May 11th. The federal changes were made by the Trump administration last year. It includes updating definitions of sexual misconduct. Some lawmakers fear the definition could make it even harder to hold sexual assault suspects accountable. If the UW system does not make these changes, it could affect federal funding to the Department of Education.
Obviously, our goal is to be in compliance. I don't really want to find out if they will. I think our bigger fear is opening ourselves up to lawsuits if we are not completely aligned with the federal laws on how these cases are handled on our campus.
Officials say the Biden administration is likely to change Title IX federal rules again.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers signing a bill to modernize the state's antiquated unemployment system. Right now, the software running the state's unemployment system was developed in the 1970s, and it was overwhelmed with the vast number of unemployment claims over the last year due to the pandemic, leading to significant delays in response times and payments. The legislature passed a measure to modernize the nearly 50-year-old system earlier this week. The governor's office says the bill does not include funding for the system upgrade or a commitment to fund it, but Republicans have maintained the governor did not need legislative approval to upgrade the system.
Now, it's unfortunate that the legislature chose to cut the funding we'd asked for to commit to upgrading our system from start to finish, because I want to be clear, this bill won't be enough to solve the problem. But after a decade of failing to act, I'm proud my special session could finally prompt the legislature to do something on this issue.
The new law allows the state to open up a bidding process to upgrade the system and seek federal funding. It also allows Governor Evers to ask for funding from the state's budget committee. In his 2021-23 budget proposal, the governor estimated the upgrade could cost close to $80 million. A new $322 million federally funded program announced by the governor provides money to Wisconsin residents who need help paying for rent and utilities due to income loss caused by the pandemic. Eligible applicants must demonstrate a risk of losing their housing, have lost income due to the pandemic, or have a household income at or below 80% of the county median rate. Rental and utility payments are made directly to the landlord or utility provider.
Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, the president's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package gets its first real test tomorrow with a vote in the House. But their version is expected to include a $15 minimum wage provision, which could hit a snag in the Senate. The parliamentarian is expected to rule soon on whether the provision can be included in the Senate version of the bill through budget reconciliation.
More to come on News 3 now. At 5, up next, a former U.S. Olympics gymnastics coach charged with human trafficking, why he will not see his day in court. That's ahead at 5. And coming up tonight at 6, Verona girls basketball set to play at State this weekend. Why this season is extra meaningful for the Wildcats head coach. That story next hour. News 3 now at 6. Crushing day of the market says the Dow tumbles 560 points. NASDAQ plummets 479. S&P falls 96. We'll be right back.
Tonight on CBS, it's an all-new night of comedy, beginning with Young Sheldon, Be Positive, Mom, and the Unicorn, followed by the new hit drama series Clarice. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Looking for great sleep at a great price? Denver Mattress has you covered. And during the 36-hour sale, check out the Summit Firm for only $189.99, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. Say goodbye to sleepless nights and shop Denver Mattress today.
If your bathroom is dull and outdated, then it's time for a change. Give us a call here at Mad City Baths, your trusted local source for high-quality baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in tubs, installed in as little as 1 day. Modern, easy-access designs infused with microban to prevent bacteria, mold, and mildew. And remember, we're Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Mad City, your window and bath partner of the Green Bay Packers. And now you can take advantage of the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months zero interest, senior, military, and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with your purchase, and a $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate from Mad City. Call 608-729-4466. Let me give you that number again, 608-729-4466, MadCityBaths.com.
You thought you were the only ones who'd go someplace just because you liked the name of the town. The only ones who didn't just want to see the world, but needed to explore every corner of it. You thought you were the only ones, until you discovered others just like you. Jeep Cherokee, there's only one.
Right now, get 0% financing for 84 months or $4,750 total cash allowance on select 2021 Jeep Cherokee models. Hurry to the Jeep President's Day event today.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Additional support provided by Wisconsin Beef Council and E&J Gallo Winery. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit madisonmagazine.com.
Looking for great sleep at a great price? Denver Mattress has you covered. And during the 36-hour sale, check out the Summit Firm for only $189.99, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. Say goodbye to sleepless nights and shop Denver Mattress today.
Tonight at 6, there's a new loan opportunity for minority-owned businesses who want to join an up-and-coming economic hub in Madison. And News 3 now investigates how many Wisconsin lawmakers plan to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
Waking up to stuff like this should never be a surprise. Download the Channel 3000 First Warn app and be ready for whatever Mother Nature throws our way. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
A former U.S. Olympics gymnastics coach with ties to disgraced sports doctor Larry Nassar has died by apparent suicide after being charged with 24 crimes, including forms of human trafficking. Michigan's Attorney General announced John Geddert's death this afternoon. It came about 3 hours after the Attorney General, Dana Nessel, announced that Geddert was charged. The charges in Eaton County, Michigan include sexual assault, human trafficking, and turning his Lansing area gym into a criminal enterprise. Geddert has insisted he had no knowledge of Nassar's sexual assaults, but he's charged with lying to investigators. Larry Nassar is serving decades in prison.
Prosecutors now have former President Trump's tax records. Trump's accounting firm was forced to hand the data to New York's district attorney earlier this week. It reportedly contains millions of pages of documents, including financial statements and other work papers from 2011 through 2019. The handover is part of an investigation the DA is conducting into whether President Trump and his organization engaged in insurance, tax, or other types of fraud.
Lawmakers argued about the problem of how workers are paid in this country, arguing for a higher minimum wage. Senator Bernie Sanders said some corporate giants are essentially subsidized by taxpayers. The CEOs earn millions while their employees turn to public assistance when their paychecks aren't enough.
They are forced to rely on food stamps to feed their children, paid for by the U.S. taxpayer. They are forced to go into public housing to put a roof over their heads.
The construct you set up about corporate America versus everybody else, we'll have decades to talk about that.
Walmart CEO declined to appear, as did the chief executive of McDonald's. One CEO who did appear at the hearing was Costco's Craig Jelinek, who raised workers' minimum wage to $15 an hour 2 years ago, and Costco's minimum wage is going up to $16 next week.
Time now to get a look at your First Warn weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has your forecast. Gary?
Well, the weather pattern certainly has changed since early last week when we were at the end of that bitterly cold stretch. Now the jet stream has become much more broad. It's kind of split into a couple parts. The subtropical jet stream is the strongest part of the jet stream. That's bringing the main storm track down to our south. But the polar jet stream, while the winds are coming in from the northwest, it brings some colder air to mainly New England. We're now starting to see that jet stream shift a little farther to the north. And as it does so, that will allow milder air. These are temperature bands where we're in the 30s 30s overnight and 20s and 30s overnight and around 40 during the day. Now, as we head into Sunday, we'll see a little bit of a dip in the jet stream, allowing slightly colder air to come in as temperatures that'll be around 40 tomorrow, mid-40s on Saturday, drop back into the upper 30s for Sunday and mid-30s for Monday. But just as quickly, that cold air heads off to the east, and notice the milder Pacific air starting to shift eastward, especially as we head toward the middle part of next week. Notice the upper level winds coming in from the southwest, so that's starting to drive the 40s, 50s, and even some 60s farther to the north and east, and it looks like that trend will continue through next weekend. We could see temperatures back in the middle 40s by Sunday of next weekend. As we check out 3 things you need to know in the forecast, high temperatures will be between about 35 and 45 for about the next 10 days, so no bitterly cold air in sight for a while. Light snow Friday night and possibly mix a little drizzle or freezing drizzle. Could make roads slick in some spots. I think a lot of the roads have enough salt on them and the precipitation should be light enough that it shouldn't be a major impact. We'll keep an eye on that. But then we'll see dry weather pretty much for most of next week. Some flurries late Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then dry weather after that. So it's good news as we melt some of that snow. We're not adding any additional moisture in the form of rain or even some extra snow to the piles. So hopefully that will allow that snow to melt a little more gradually and lessen the flooding threat a little bit down the road. Over the last 48 hours, our temperatures have been above freezing for much of the time. Last night we dropped below freezing into the upper teens, but even the wind chills really have not been much of a problem. And over the next 48 hours, again, we'll drop down to about 20 degrees for a low tomorrow night, and then see those temperatures staying at or above freezing from tomorrow through tomorrow night, and then into Saturday when we'll be back into the 40s. On Weather Track, out in the Pacific Ocean, there's a number of storm systems in the northern part of the Pacific Ocean, but this is starting to head up toward Alaska and western Canada. So right now it looks like we're out of the main storm track, and that split flow in the jet stream also occurring through the southern part of the or the central part of the Pacific Ocean. Notice this high pressure system aloft that's kind of blocking weather systems from coming eastward toward the United States. So that's really slowed things down and will allow our weather to stay relatively quiet as we head into next week. Again, our upper level winds right now a little bit from the northwest, but not terribly so. We're certainly not getting our cold air out of central Canada pouring southward, and temperatures are seasonably mild here. Right now we're in the 30s, 40s down to our south, but the 50s not too far off to the south in parts of Arkansas and Oklahoma, and that will start working northward with time. And compared to 24 hours ago, while those temperatures are a little bit colder, notice the temperatures warming up to our north and to our west. So our forecast for tomorrow calls for skies to be partly sunny in the morning. It'll turn mostly cloudy later in the afternoon. Otherwise, it'll be breezy. High temperature back up around 40 degrees, so we melt a little bit more snow. And the 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures mid-40s for Saturday. Again, that light snow Friday night, a few flurries late Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then dry weather for the rest of next week. Temperatures start out a little colder to start the week, but then mainly are in the upper or in the low 40s, a few upper 30s for Friday, and then back into the mid-40s by the end of next weekend. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, a quiet day on the roads, not seeing any problems on the Beltline. Actually looks like starting to get some slowdowns in the eastbound direction around Monona Drive. That's just popped up. To the west, you get your usual slowdowns this time of year as traffic looks into the sunset as you head out toward westbound on the Beltline. Travel times right now just slightly elevated both directions on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. It's a 26-minute trip from the Beltline southward to Janesville on I-3990. Only 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 from Middleton, and downtown to Sun Prairie is an 18-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, Wisconsin's wolf hunt has ended early. What DNR officials are saying about the first hunt in 7 years. That story ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hey, there's a new cow in town, Whiskow. Crazy good pizza, wings, and custom-made mac and cheese from a new virtual kitchen and your friends at Monk's Barn Grill. For takeout or delivery, 7 days a week. Order the goodness today at whiskowpizza.com.
Menards has what you need to keep your home safe. From smoke and carbon monoxide alarms to fire extinguishers and more, Kidde home safety products keep your family protected in case of emergencies. This Kidde smoke alarm comes equipped with a 10-year sealed battery that never needs replacing. Pick up a 2-pack today for only $24.99 after sale price and 11% rebate. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Winning Motor
trim truck of the year 3 times in a row. That had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque, or being the only pickup on Car and Driver's 10 best list. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
During the Ram President's Day event, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $3,750 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18 months 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
You know, the most used room in your home is probably your bathroom. So when it comes to updating that space, you want it done right. Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower designs. And listen to this, installed in as little as 1 day. We have over 50,000 satisfied customers.
The installation went really nice, went very quick. They got it done, and they got it done the way they said they were going to. So, you know, who can complain when you get what you pay for?
Call now during our 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation. 60 months, 0 interest, senior military and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. And if you call now, $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-729-4466. Let me give you that number again. 608-729-4466, madcitybaths.com.
Hey, there's a new cow in town. Whisk-Cow. Crazy good pizza, wings, and custom-made mac and cheese from a new virtual kitchen and your friends at Monk's Barn Grill. For takeout or delivery 7 days a week. Order the goodness today at whiskcowpizza.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
This just in this afternoon, the Dane County Medical Examiner's Office has released the name of the man killed during a homicide in Sun Prairie. Officials say 29-year-old Shanton Robinson of Marshall died from homicidal firearm trauma Tuesday. The homicide happened in Sun Prairie, but Robinson was dropped off at a Madison clinic where he died from his injuries. The homicide investigation is ongoing by the Sun Prairie Police Department.
Wisconsin hunters and trappers have exceeded the state's wolf kill target by almost 100 animals. The DNR reports 216 wolves were killed, blowing past the kill target of 119. The hunt started Monday, was supposed to run through Sunday. DNR had to shut it down yesterday afternoon as it became clear hunters and trappers would far exceed the target.
It's easy to play Monday morning quarterback as you look back at it, but I will say, you know, when we started monitoring the season, which was right away on Monday, at the end of the day, we were at 9 animals harvested. When we came into work the next day, looking at the numbers, we were up to 48. And we started monitoring the population constantly, or the harvest, I should say, constantly.
Now, the kill totals could climb even higher. Hunters and trappers have until 3 o'clock today to register their kills. A final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
Get the ultimate appliance deals at Furniture and Appliance Mart's Ultimate Sale. Save big on doorbusters, special buys, and clearance items from the best brands while they last. And special no-interest financing on appliances store-wide at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Mad City Baths offers a double lifetime labor warranty on all of our bath and shower designs, with surfaces that remain clean and fresh longer thanks to Microban protection. Check out walk-in and barrier-free showers. Add grab bars, a safety seat, and more. Plus, look at this walk-in tub with relaxing hydrotherapy. And remember, you can count on Mad City Baths to do the job on time and on budget and save you a lot of money during our 60-60-60 sale. For starters, 60% off installation. And look at this, 60 months, 0 interest. Senior, military, and previous customer discounts. And if you call today, last chance in this program, you get a $60 Walmart gift card with purchase and a $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-729-4466. Let me give you that number again. 608-729-4466, madcitybaths.com.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
You thought you were the only ones who'd go someplace just because you liked the name of the town. The only ones who didn't just want to see the world, but needed to explore every corner of it. You thought you were the only ones until you discovered others just like you. Jeep Cherokee, there's only one.
Right now, get 0% financing for 84 months or $4,750 total cash allowance on select 2021 Jeep Cherokee models. Hurry to the Jeep President's Day event today.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Additional support provided by Wisconsin Beef Council and E&J Gala Winery. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit madisonmagazine.com.
Get the ultimate style for the ultimate deal at Ashley Home Store's Ultimate Sale. Save big on everything in the store, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus discounts off our sale prices online and in-store. And no interest financing for 3 years. Ashley Home Store.
Well, let's go to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Looking pretty nice out there. There's the live view from the WISC Skycam. Still clear skies east of Madison and a full moon in the distance there. Temperatures upper 30s to lower 40s. Still 41 right now in Boscobel. For tomorrow, look for low temperature of about 20, maybe some patchy fog overnight. High temperature of 40. Then a little bit of light snow tomorrow night. Some flurries Saturday night and Sunday morning. And then dry weather for next week with temperatures at or slightly above normal.
Well, we're back in 30 minutes for News for Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.